Hello, all you beautiful humans. Welcome to Yoga Moments. I'm Janice, and today we have a seated to standing flow. So if you're looking for a little more movement, we're going to grow ourselves up into standing position today, and we're going to explore. So we're also going to bring a little bit of trust in how we move. We're going to trust ourselves that we can do what we're intending to do, and it's going to feel really, really, really good. So jump into something comfortable. I will meet you in a chair. And when you get there, we're going to find ourselves in alignment. So come take a moment. It's all about a moment. And we're going to bring our feet hip width apart. Find that alignment in our torso. So pelvic floor draws up, navel hugs in and up, and chest is lifted. So our head is over our heart is over our pelvis. And inhale, roll the shoulders back. So shoulders lift up. Exhale all the way onto the back. And check in here with yourself. So I totally encourage you to feel and see what's going on in your body. You can close your eyes, bring your hands to your lap for a second. Just see how your breath is. Maybe you're holding tension somewhere. If you are, no worries. Just soften. All right, we're going to inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Nice big beach ball here, so we're pinching a pencil between our shoulder blades, opening up the chest. We're going to exhale, take it to the right hand side. And I'm lifting here from all four sides of my torso, so I'm not just collapsing. I'm keeping my sit bones grounded, reaching up and over, maybe like it's up and over pool noodle or something like that. We're going to inhale, come up to center. Exhale, take it to the left side. Again, lifting from all four sides of your torso. Find your breath. Nice, big, sweet breath in. On your next inhale, we're going to come back up to center, and we're going to take it forward. So exhale all the way down into a forward fold. Staying nice and long through the spine here. And again, if you've got a tummy, no worries. We're going to walk our feet out and come forward. If you feel like you're more comfortable with your feet in that hip width alignment, we're going to bring it forward wherever you are. See if you can find that stretch. So lengthen up through the torso, lift your heart up out of your pelvis, and then exhale and round through. One big breath here. On your next inhale, we're going to lift up just halfway, so nice and strong. Front body's lifting up towards the back body. You're doing awesome. Exhale, we're going to release all the way down, and then inhale, come all the way up. So we're going to roll it up. See if you can articulate that movement through your torso. Ooh, whatever that means to you. So sometimes it's, rounding up through the spine. Other times it's just finding that lift and that raising, kind of pivoting through your hips. But creating that lift, we're going to extend our right foot, extend our left foot. You can bend your knees softly here if you want. Reach through the heels of your foot. Toes flex towards your face. So nice stretch through the backs of the legs. Maybe you rotate your ankles here a little bit. Feels really good. And I encourage you, make it yours. If your body's asking like, oh, I want more stretch, or, I just need to flex and point the feet, go for it. Give yourself a little freedom, a little space, a little liberty, and trust yourself. So part of the journey of yoga is learning to listen to the body as the body is speaking to us. So you know yourself best. Flex the toes one more time. We're going to inhale. Exhale, draw the knee up, right side. So bring it all the way up. Hug your right knee in. Maybe you have to come out to the outside. No worries. Flex your right toes or your right foot. We'll exhale, we'll release. And on your next exhale, so inhale, exhale, draw that knee up. So really draw it up as far as you can. Maybe squeeze, maybe you bring it to the outside. Maybe give it a big hug, wherever you're at. Flex those left toes. And then exhale, back to center. So, as promised, we're going to come into standing, but how we move is important. So find your alignment, feet hip width apart. Press into all four corners of your feet, because Absolutely, I can swing myself forward and I can come up off this chair, or we can bring a little mindfulness to it. So planting your feet, finding that alignment, so that lift that we're generating from within is going to help lift us up off that chair. If you want your hands on the chair for a little support, go for it. We're going to lean forward, pressing into all four corners of those feet until we start to lift off that chair. So really lift up from the pelvic floor here. Inhale all the way up. Well done. I'm going to turn on my mat and just move my chair a little bit. So I'm doing this so that you guys can see. If you can do it without having to turn all the way around, go for it. Wherever you are is wonderful. So inhale, sweep the arms up, all the way up like you're holding that beach ball. Find that alignment, press into all four corners of your feet. Draw up from the inner arches, so we're engaging our inner thigh. And then find that alignment in your torso. So pelvic floor draws in and up, navel draws in, and heart lifts. So a little bit of lift in the front body, exhale in the back body. Keep holding your beach ball. We're going to exhale, take it to the right side. Again, all four sides of the torso lifting up like we're going over a pool noodle beside us. Inhale, come up. Exhale, take it to the other side. So keep breathing here. See if you can deepen the breath and find something new. Trust yourself. Inhale to come up. Exhale. I'm going to take it forward all the way to the chair here. So I might have to back away from my chair a little bit. Give yourself lots of space. Now my front body is still lifting up. My navel's drawing in and up towards my spine. My heart's lifting up between my shoulder blades. And that's giving me this nice long spine. It's creating a long stretch around my glutes and the backs of my legs. And I'm trying to keep the weight out of my hands. So if you want to bring your hands to your hips, you're welcome to do so. Breathe here, tuck the chin, find a little length in the back of the neck. If your hands are still on the chair, no worries. Eventually, we'll learn to trust and we'll have the strength to come here. We're going to inhale, bend the knees, draw our heart up, lifting all the way up. Beautiful. I'm going to move the chair out of our way here. So from Tadasana, this is standing pose, mountain pose, I'm going to turn my left foot out, maybe 30 to 45 degrees. And I'm going to mentally draw a straight line with my right foot. I'm going to take one step forward with that straight line. And I'm going to shift so that my right knee is over top of my right ankle. Now, if you have to pivot on your back foot and make adjustments, go for it, because we're going to work here at squaring the hips. So bring the hips nice and square, and then we're going to check in with our foundation again. Press into all four corners of the feet. Draw up from the arches. So you should feel a nice engagement in the back of your left leg. And then we're going to not so much tuck our tailbone underneath us, but we're going to let our tailbone be heavy. And squeeze your thighs to the midline. So if there was, I don't know, we can use a pool noodle. But if you picture kind of a line running right through the middle of you, hug your thighs towards that line. And just that in and of itself is going to give us that support to draw up. So squeeze your sit bones together and then find that alignment. Pelvic floor is lifting up. Inhale, sweep the arms forward, up, and nice and tall. Maybe you look up. Exhale, we're going to bend our elbows, drop them nice and low. Open up your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale up, you're doing great. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. You're doing awesome. This time we're going to inhale up, sweep the arms nice and wide, bring them down to our hips, and then I'm going to step back with my right foot. Come back into Tadasana, mountain pose. Tadasana. I can stutter. If you stutter, it's totally okay. I'm doing it on YouTube, so don't worry about it if you do. We're going to take it to the other side. So my right foot's going to pivot out. And again, I'm going to draw a line mentally straight through my left foot. I'm going to take one step exactly in that line, Bring my left knee over top of my left ankle. I'm going to make adjustments in my back foot if I need to. So our feet are on parallel tracks here, not in line with each other. I'm going to square my hips, and I'm going to try and level them. So you can bring your hands to your hips if you want, if that helps. Trust yourself here. I'm going to press into all four corners, draw up from the arches, and squeeze my thighs together towards that midline. I'm going to let my tailbone be heavy, and then I'm going to draw that energy up through the front of me. And when you're ready, inhale, sweep the arms up, look up. We're going to exhale, drop the elbows on the side. So inhale. Oh, inhale, we're going to come up. I'm getting all zenned out here. Exhale, drop the elbows. Squeeze towards the midline. Inhale, come up. Exhale, drop the elbows. Last time. Find something new here. Find something wonderful. Inhale all the way up. We're going to sweep the arms out nice and wide. Bring your hands to our hips. I'm going to step it back with the left foot. Come back into Tadasana, mountain pose. So you can bring your hands to your heart. Lift your sternum up to your thumbs. Shoulders draw down away from the ears. Take a moment, check in here. And I really do encourage you, see how the left side compares to the right side. Maybe you found some new space. Maybe you're feeling really good with that stretch in the legs. See if you can find something that makes you smile here. All right. This time we're going to trust ourselves. I'm going to pick up my right foot and take one step backwards, just trusting the ground is going to rise up to meet you. I promise you it's there, it's got your back. I'm going to stay up on my toes, reach through my back heel, a little stretch in the foot. If it's easier for you, you can bring your hands to your hips. So a little stretch, breathe nice and deep. All the way to your toes, should feel yummy. Maybe a little spicy, who knows. And then I'm going to turn my ankle towards the left side of the mat, or my heel towards the left side of the mat, and plant my foot. So at this point, my left heel and my right heel are basically in line with each other. Might be in line with the heel of your right foot too, or the arch of your back foot. Find your alignment here. So this time we're on one track. Our hips are not going to be parallel. They're going to be nice and open. So pressing into the left foot with my knee over top of my ankle. I'm going to really press into all four corners of the back foot, squeeze my sit bones together. And you can notice even when I do that, I automatically kind of pop up here. So I'm going to let my tailbone be heavy. I'm going to put my shoulders over top of my hips. I'm going to bring my hands to my heart here. So squeezing my thighs towards the midline. Big sweet breath. See if you can find that support. Maybe you wiggle your toes. Lift your sternum up nice and high. Alrighty, I'm going to pivot on my back foot. Step it up to meet the left foot. Beautiful. Take it to the left side now. So press into all four corners of both feet. Give ourselves that support, pressing down to come up. We're going to step back with the left foot. Stay up on your toes. Bring your right knee over top of your right ankle. And then reach back through your left heel. Maybe it feels good. Hopefully it feels good. If it doesn't, come back a little bit. Maybe a little shorter step is good. Or if you're looking for more, maybe you do a little bit of a wider step. So take charge here of your own practice, of your own mind, your own feeling. When you're ready, we're going to pivot on the back foot, on our left foot, so that our heels are in line with each other. Making sure that my right knee is over top of my right ankle. So if I look down, I can see all 10 toes here. And then I'm going to find that support. So press down into all four corners of your feet. Draw up from the arches. I'm going to squeeze my sit bones together. Hips are nice and open here. But I'm still kind of squeezing towards the midline, if that makes sense. So a lot of the ways that we create space in yoga is a lot of things that are seemingly opposite. So as much as I'm pulling open, I'm also squeezing together. I'm going to let my tailbone be heavy. Again, you can see as soon as I let my tailbone be heavy, I've kind of popped up here. Inhale, find that support from your core, pelvic floor, navel and heart. Bring your hands to your heart. Big inhale. Let something go here. Press into all four corners of your feet. You're doing awesome. We're here for one more big breath. All the way down to your toes, all the way down to your tailbone. All right. Bring our hands to our hips. We're going to pivot on our left foot. Step it up to meet the right foot here. Now, if you're a little concerned about your balancing, I got you covered. We're going to grab our chair. I'm going to turn to face you guys. So if we're in Tadasana, we're going to heel toe our toes and our feet together. Toes come together. There's about like a thumbprint in behind your heels or between your heels. Find that alignment, head over heart, heart over pelvis. Press into all four corners of your feet. See if you can feel that. Feels different. Every moment's a new opportunity here. So I'm going to inhale, draw my right knee up a little bit so that my right toes are just on the floor. Then I'm going to draw a line with my right knee, open up my right hip. So going all the way to the side. If you need a chair for support, I totally encourage you to find one, grab one if it's not right beside you. You can also use the wall if you're towards a wall, or if you open the door. Don't pick something that moves. Pick something stationary that's stable. We're going to draw our right foot towards our left shin or left calf. And I'm going to hug my right foot in towards my left calf. And I'm going to hug my left calf back towards my right foot. So really, again, hugging the midline. Trust yourself here. If you don't need any support for balance, if you want to, maybe explore, you can bring your hands to your hips. You can also bring your hands to your heart. Lift up that sternum wherever you are. Generate that lift. And maybe you just follow that current of energy all the way up. Find your beach ball, right? Nothing like a day at the beach. Inhale here. Find that lift. Press into the left foot, all four corners. Maybe you smile. Maybe you blow a little in the breeze. Exhale, we're going to swing our arms down all the way to our hips. And we're going to take it to the other side. So, toes come together. I'm going to inhale, lift my left foot just so my toes are on the ground. And then I'm going to draw a line with my left knee all the way out to the side. I'm going to hug my left foot in towards my right leg. Squeeze them together. So I'm pressing down with all four corners of my right foot. My left toes are just barely touching the ground. If you need a little more, you can absolutely kind of, find a little more support and widen your base. But I'm hugging my left foot and my right leg together, squeezing my sit bones together, finding that lift. So I'm pressing down to come up, squeezing towards the midline. Lots going on here. So if you're like, there's a whole lot, pick one or two things and focus only on those. You will continue to grow. So don't worry. You don't have to get everything today. You want to eat all the meals you were going to have in your life in one sitting. So take it piece by piece, moment by moment. We're going to bring our hands to our hips if they're not there already. Maybe you bring them to your heart. Lift your sternum up. And if you want, beach ball up overhead. See if you can find a smile here. Maybe it's inside, maybe it's outside. If you want a combination, you can absolutely generate that lift wherever you want. Maybe you still have one hand on the wall or on the chair. Whatever's good for you today is perfect. One more big sweet breath. Squeeze it towards the midline. Exhale. Sweep it down. Bring our feet back to Tadasana and shake it out. Good job, guys. We are almost there. I'm going to come back into the chair, and again, how we move matters. So sure, I can collapse down into the chair, or I can generate that lift. Again, opposing forces kind of in yoga sometimes. Generate that lift and still lower myself down. So I'm not collapsing. Hands can come back to the chair. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to spin to the side so that you can see me. I'm going to find this alignment again. So my lower back isn't rounded, but it's really hugging in towards my navel. Navel's hugging in towards the spine. Heart is lifted. I'm going to bring my hands behind me. And I'm going to squeeze my legs together. So on an exhale, whew, I'm going to lift up, lifting my heart, sternum, navel all up together, and then exhale or inhale, release. So exhale, inhale, release. And maybe today you're like, you know what? I'm just going to lift it here. And down. Down. Wherever you are is good. Enjoy it. You should feel your abdominal muscles engaged. Protect your lower back. So really squeeze that navel towards the spine. So and last time, we're going to hold it. Flex your toes. Couple breaths. Keep breathing. You're doing great. And release. Beautiful. You guys are doing awesome. We've got one more. Just to open up your hips a little bit. You're almost there. Stick with me. We're going to inhale. Lift our right foot. Bring our right ankle over top of our left knee. Flex your toes. Flex your feet. We're going to sit up nice and tall. And if this is enough for you, perfect. Stay here. If this is too much, you can always walk your left foot out and make it less tight on your hip flexors. So wherever you're at today is great. And if you want a little more, find that alignment. Everybody find that alignment. And for those looking for just a bit more, lean forward. You can always put your right hand on your right knee. A little bit of extra weight will help open that right hip just a little bit. Wherever you are is perfect. Trust yourself, trust your body, and listen. So if it feels like straining or paining, we're going to come back. But we're going to lean in just so that it feels good. Wherever that balance is for you. Come back to your breath here. We're almost there. Exhale, we'll release. Take it to the other side. Left foot lifts up. Left ankle to right knee. Flex your left foot. And again, wherever you're at, maybe you walk it out. Maybe you find that alignment and lean it forward. Either way, find that alignment. Maybe you bring your left hand to your left knee. Reach it forward. See if you can feel your breath in your left hip. So sometimes even just by giving our focus a little bit to our breath, we can feel a little more. And the more we can feel, the more we can learn to find trust. All right, bring it back to center. Release the feet. Maybe you shake out your knees. Let your knees fall in if you walk your feet out. And I invite you to come into a nice cozy position. So somewhere that you're comfortable, maybe you slide back in the chair. I'm going to cross my knees in Sukhasana, or cross my feet. Easy pose, Sukhasana. And wherever you're practicing today, thank you so much for inviting me into your home. I'm so, so grateful to have shared this practice with you. And I hope that as you continue your journey, whatever that may be, you continue to find that ease and that trust, whether you're sitting, standing, or wherever you happen to find yourself. So bring the hands to the heart and bow our head from my heart to yours. Namaste.